It's one of the most spectacular reminders of our place in the solar system. A rising sun with the moon slipping in front of it, inspiring a mix of wonder and, in some parts of the world, terror. During one eclipse 6 years ago, thousands of people in India bathed in the holy rivers as darkness fell. While in Thailand, there were prayers, because there's a belief that the shadow of the moon means trouble. So how exactly does a solar eclipse work? Let's imagine what's happening. As the Earth orbits around the Sun and the moon circles the Earth, whenever the moon slides directly in between, that casts a shadow that passes over the surface. So why don't we see eclipses more often? Well, it all depends on how those orbits work. Here's how the Earth flies around the Sun while the moon goes round the Earth on a path at a 5-degree angle. And that difference determines how frequently everything gets into line. On top of that, the shadow of an eclipse only covers a relatively small area of the planet. So it's quite rare for one to cross the UK, as it will tomorrow. The peak of the eclipse will pass over us between 9:25 and 9:40 tomorrow morning, and it won't be the same in all areas. In the south and east, it'll be a partial 85% eclipse, but more intense as you move north and west, though exactly what you'll see will depend on the weather. At the telescope at Jodrell Bank in Cheshire, preparations are underway for a special BBC Stargazing Live programme tomorrow. But there's also a warning not to look at the sun directly.
The sun's really bright, of course, even on a day like today, it's extremely bright. When we have this partial eclipse, the moon will block about 90% of the sun. But 10% of the sun is still too dangerous to look at directly. It will damage your eyes.
A pinhole camera is the safest way to view the eclipse, and children at this primary school in Aberdeen are getting ready.
So you just aim the tin foil at the sun, and then it's projected at the piece of paper inside.
But as always, what we actually see rides on the weather. David Schuckman, BBC News.